How you doing, everybody, and welcome. My name is Oscar Ramos. Not the greatest way to start the week, right? We've been here before, but once again, we start seeing blood on the streets. Bitcoin closer to 30,000, Ethereum closer to 2,000, the entire global market cap less than 1.90 trillion, stocks less than 1+%. Now, the Fed trying to increase interest rates because the inflation is expected in this April report to be above 8%. Then the housing market, a lot of people are waiting for a crash. A lot of things happening, then concerns with the war in Russia and Ukraine. A lot of things are happening that are moving the market. So, to all my investors, I have a message for you. Do not be fearful. Do not panic sell. This shall pass. And even though we had last week the greatest Bitcoin conference 2022 in Miami, Florida, that is not an event that's going to pump the price. We all know that. But it's all right. We're here for the long term and it's going to be fine. Have a great show for you. Sit down, relax, enjoy the show. Like, subscribe, and turn on those notification bells. Let's go ahead and start talking about this one, everybody, because it's Monday and we're excited. And I mean, we're here for the long term, so there's no reason to panic, but just to see what are the best plays so we get the greatest entries. And I have many for you. So 1.87 trillion, Bitcoin looking really, really nice for a great grab. I mean, last week, I heard Michael Saylor with MicroStrategy saying, "Oh, we bought millions. We bought millions." Hope that you saw that, right? They were saying back and forth that they were buying, and there were a lot of institutions buying too. So they bought a bunch of Bitcoin, and they're down. So if they're down by millions, and if you're down by $100, believe me, you're way off, way better off, right? So many different outcomes right now. Just take a look at this stock just to give you an idea, right? How things are moving specifically in the technology and communications. You see a bunch of red Apple and Microsoft, then of course less than 1.79%, 1.21%, and Dow Jones is kind of holding strong there, but still they're down. Fear and greed index 32 points right now. Remember that about 2 weeks ago we were greed. Now it's looking fear, classic stuff, and most of us are like this gift, like, man, once again we have another crash, looking like appalled with all of this news, right? So these are some of the information that I want to give you guys so you're aware, just so you take some value from this video, because what's happening in the stock market, you have to remember that in a way affects Bitcoin, because Nasdaq moves correlated to Bitcoin and Bitcoin moves correlated to the altcoins, and well, the altcoins do whatever, it's fine. Most of them are still not decoupled from Bitcoin, which is a positive and a negative, but it is what it is, right? We have to know. So concerns over inflation, rising commodity prices, Russia war in Ukraine, and the Federal Reserve monetary policy path forward remain at the center of investors' attentions, which is what I said in my intro. On Tuesdays, traders are set to receive the latest consumer price index from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which is expected to show a staggering 8.4% year-over-year increase in prices for the biggest leap since 1982. So it's been 7, 6, 7, now it seems to be 8%. Oh boy. And this comes as the Fed officials have increasingly talked about larger than an average of 50 basis point interest rate hikes this year to help bring down the prices. So what the economy is trying to do, what the Fed is trying to do, is use all the tools on the table to bring down the prices, to cool down the economy, to take money out of the economy. And well, that is what's going to happen to all the stocks. Are going to come down. Crypto is going to come down for a while. So you and I, my friend, my messaging or urgent message for me and you is, if you have money on the side, be ready and start DCAing, because you never know when it's going to come back all the way to the moon. For example, Tectonic, many of us know it, a protocol in Cronos, down, right? I mean, really, really down. I'm going to show you here. Cronos, look at this, 41 cents. What a nice massive from 50 cents, which was less than 2 weeks ago on March the 28th. Boom, right now, April 11th, there it is, down 10 cents, almost 10 cents. So goes super fast. Then Bitcoin at $40,000 from $48,000. So a nice decrease. Now, what are we doing, right? Well, a lot of people were buying here, but now we're down once again. Kind of reminds us that cryptocurrency is volatile, not for the faint at heart. This is exactly what we're waiting, what I'm waiting when I have some money on the side. And I bought some Ethereum a couple days ago when Ethereum was at 3,500, 3,400 or something like that. Now imagine, I could have bought more Ethereum if I just waited a little bit more, right? So these are the things. Plus, earlier, well, not actually earlier today, but yesterday night, we have the announcement from the CEO from Twitter, the Twitter CEO, saying that Elon Musk did not accept the biggest shareholder position, which is, a sitting from at the board of directors from Twitter. And one of the reasons that I was watching from all the news outlets was because you get limited. You sign an agreement and you can only buy up to 14% of that company's share, which limits you from taking over, right? And of course, Elon Musk is a free agent. That's how we know him. This guy who is, the Iron Man, and just kind of tries to speak out and be free and available for what he believes. So, and of course, there's a bunch of different comments that they didn't need him, they didn't want him, so different things. But I mean, he said no, and he's not joined. So it's still he owns at this time that I know of the recording 9.2% of the entire company. So all of that, everybody, has compounded. Just give you news so you know. I'm gonna refresh these ones for us: 1.88, 1.87. These are the news for you to understand what's happening with a 5.24%. So now, what are we doing now, right? Now that we know what's going on thus far, from all the news from cable television, I know that Russia is preparing for a massive attack on Ukraine, and Ukraine is preparing for on the receiving end to defend. And I've been watching a lot of things because I mean, that it's that war is going. It's been going for more than a month. Initially, it was supposed to be taking days. Now it's been months. Hopefully, Ukraine is receiving a lot of help. So that is in a way affecting the inflation here in the United States, because as we are providing more money to them in military aid and humanitarian aid, all of those aids is coming from me and your paycheck if you're here in the United States. So now you know what's happening here in the altcoins. What are the best grabs? Well, Ethereum 3,000 for sure. Solana, which 102, I think I'm buying it at $90. Since now we're seeing that we're down, I'm sure we can go even lower. $86 Terra Luna. You see $80 Terra Luna, you have to get in. Terra Luna is going to come very strong. I need to get Terra Luna, but sadly, I need more money. We have go down. Cronos at 41. So I was talking about Cronos at 50, at 49, at 47. Right now it's 41. Beautiful time for us to get Cronos. Algorand 2, and of course a bunch. ApeCoin at 1086 had a pump, then it dumped once again at 10. All of these, everybody, are just reminders of how the market is so volatile right now. Once again, it happens like this, but remember, we're long-termers. We're going to be here for the future. What's happening right now, it's okay, but now you're aware. Buy low, sell high, or hold tight. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, turn on those notification bells. More news coming up, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Peace.